I wanted to add one more thing to this. Um, I just came out the shower and it's late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to go to sleep. I gotta get up in like 4 hours because I get my son ready for school in the morning. Um, but I wanted to talk about blindness, and not just spiritual blindness, but blindness in a sense where spiritual mindness comes within the mind, um, and this is what comes out of the heart, you know. Um, but the heart is symbolic because it's feeling, right? It's like how you feel about something, despite evidential truth in front of you. It's confirmation bias. Um, so blindness, I refer to it because in the album Damn, um, he's trying to help this lady find something because she said she lost something. And what really happened was that she told him, yeah, you did lose something. You lost your life. Pal. Right? And it's kind of in the sense of like the blind lady represents like pride. In a sense, like she represents God, but she also represents teaching of pride. She's telling him, you lost your humbleness. You lost your hearing of God, right? So you can't hear God as much as you need to, as much as you should be hearing Him. You can't tell the difference. And that's where you're going to get into problems. Because if you can't hear, you can't discern. If you can't discern, you're going to make some really bad choices. Straight up. And it's usually something where it's just like, it's right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face. Usually God will hide you. He will hide something. But he usually hides it right in front of your face. It's not too hard. And when God wants you to see something, he usually be like, and it's that initial feeling that sinking in the stomach, like, oh, right? And then you talk yourself out of that feeling. Um, I'll give an example. How you perceive a noun, right? Person, place, a thing. You say a person. It's a social experiment. You yourself have been molded throughout your whole life of what you prefer, and what you deem as good, innocent, and what you deem as bad and evil, right? So throughout your experiences through life, your peers, your household, all these things, right? Just people in general, experiences in general, they help mold your personality. They help mold your likes and your dislikes. And those likes and dislikes come with a lot of biases that you may not recognize and biases that you may catch on to. It's a social experiment. There is a video of a person talking. Something that probably, I don't know, resonates with you, right? But two different videos of two different people saying the same thing. One is appealing to your eye, and the other one is not so appealing to your eye. For whatever reason, right? It could be good doll versus bad doll. It could be ratchet versus eloquence. It could be whatever, right? It's going to be custom fitted to whatever your biases are. Um, so say it's two videos, both saying the same words, but two different people. Who you favor or who you disbelieve, right, is going to reveal your bias, right? Now you may get that inkling feeling of, I want to believe person A, but my bias is the same person B. I have a dimple. I do have a dimple. I smile a lot. I smile quite a bit. There you go. So when you can't see past your own biases, you become blind. You get scales over your eyes. You cannot see man from tree. Sometimes you can't even decipher what a tree itself is. You're completely blind. And blindness is pride. And I say that in such a way to say this. When you have too much pride, you are doing yourself a disservice of learning, of being open to learn. Because you think you know it. You think you know what the answer is because of your biases. Well, my past experience has told me that X, Y, and Z. Well, such and such people are this type of way, so it must be this, right? It could be a contradiction. You yourself are a contradiction. But we always think that we are the exception to the rule. For some reason in our brains, we think that, like, everybody else is this category, right? Because we like to put things in little buckets. This group of people, just this specific group of X, Y, and Z is in this bucket. And most often than not, with confirmation bias, you will give a person a chance for the first meeting. And you're not giving them a chance of a clean slate. It's not, I think it's Robert, oh, damn it. Robert something. Tabula Rosa. It's not a clean slate. What you're doing is that you're gearing them to see if they fit inside of your already premeditated thought of what bucket they need to be in. So what you're looking for is clues to say, yeah, this person is supposed to be in this bucket. After that first initial interaction with that noun, person, place, or thing, it's like each and every single time that you have an interaction with that person or you observe that person, you're slowly just looking for signs to keep putting them deeper in that bucket, to the point where at some point in time, you're not even going to listen to them at all, because you're going to be so convinced that this person belongs in this bucket and the other person belongs in the other bucket, right? Going back to the social experiment. What if somebody liked the way you thought, and because you're a nobody and they got a little know-how and a little bit of chump change, where they can have the resources and assets to make it so where they can take credit for the stuff that you say, the stuff that you've done, the stuff that you have tried your best to accomplish. Copy paste that whole shit. I say copy and paste in many different ways. It could be literally copy and paste, like, or it could be I'm just gonna put my face on top of your face. The amount of frustration that is, it's appalling. And it's more appalling in the sense that it's not the act of the swapping. is the fact that people don't believe there is swapping at all. That is the most gut-wrenching thought to ever have. That is not the act of the crime, but it's the act of the disbelief. That's true astonishment in this whole thing. The act of disbelief, the act of doubt, that there is no doubt, where even discernment can't even reach the ears of the doubter. That even with concrete evidence in your face, doubt is now invisible because you can't see. Blindness is scarier than death. At least when you die, you kind of know where you're going, right? It's a little tinge of like, I may be going here. There's a little bit of certainty. You're not completely just in this ambiguous abyss of the unknown. You know if you gave your life to Christ or not. But to be blind, you're fooling yourself. And that's devastating. Like, that's devastating. I would rather say that I don't know than for me to say that I'm sure and I have no idea. That's painful. I'd rather admit that I don't know than for me to make a decision on something that I know nothing of. I guess it's just a part of learning. And it's hard. It's hard to be a student because you get to a point in age where you're just like, shouldn't I know something by now? I should know this by now, right? So, judgment, right? Judgment of characters. You would think that you know. But what if you're wrong? And in the present, right? I would say present, but when that does come on the table, doing due diligence takes precedence. That's what I'm trying to say. Due diligence becomes presidency. Presidented. Grammatical thinking right now. I'm getting tired, that's why. So my words are like, this is the ASMR voice that comes out when I'm like first either waking up or I'm really like tired, I need to go to bed. Like that smooth operator type voice. I don't know where it comes from, but yeah. Blindness is scary. It's a scary thought. And it's in the Bible a few times. And it's known to specific people in the Bible, and it's also known to everyone. Because people, you could either be blind in many different kind of ways, right? But I think our ones that are affected by blindness the most isn't because of nature versus nurture. Well, yeah, nature versus nurture. But it does play a role. But I think the major component in that whole thing of say the being in your own eye is your own fault. is because you don't want to, you would rather judge than to sit and observe. I mean, to really truly sit and observe, to be the scientist. And that's hard because scientists takes patience. And scientists have to come to terms of not knowing something and being curious enough to find out the answer to that something. It's like, do your due diligence. So don't just go by what may be presented to you. The things that are presented to you, look into it. We're dealing in an age where images, video, audio, all these things are compromised. They can be very much compromised. Those things are not as concrete anymore. Back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, you can probably, you can get away with, well, the paper's right here. Yeah, but also it's Photoshop. Also it's all these AI, like fucking, I tried out Firefly to make like a rotating like album. And by gosh darn it, it was just like, it's actually like pretty fucking good. But I don't like AI. I don't like it for the nature of it. It's kind of like money. It can be used for evil. And without regulation or policy, then it's just like I'm a little bit like, it's a little bit of trepidation there. It's just like I don't know if like this is like cool. I would rather learn how to do it from scratch. And that's just like a conviction or just principle, I guess. Principle. Not really conviction, but principle of mine. That it's just like, yo, I'd rather learn how to do it my damn self. If I have to use it, then I'll fucking use it for like super like, this is complicated as fuck. Like, but other than that, I'm not using that sucker. I'm good. Because in the wrong hands, it's a lethal weapon. It's a lethal weapon. Imagine being framed for something that you didn't even do. Imagine ruining somebody's whole reputation. I'm talking about ruining their reputation. Okay? Every lie in the book. Every lie in the book. To the point where it's like person attacking your intelligence. Right? Imagine somebody sitting here talking about you fucking disabled. That shit is crazy, yo. Or the fact that you got like fucking some kind of illness that you can't cure or some shit like that. Like some fucking transmitted fucking stuff. It's just crazy. Or like drug abuse or whatever. People can make up whatever the fuck they want. And in all honesty, you can make whatever video to fit it. That's the sad part. You can make whatever video you want to fucking fit it. You can do audio to fit that shit. You can do whatever the hell just to fit it. And most people won't know because most people, it's like AI is faster than our awareness of it. You don't know what AI is capable of. Like, like, yeah, like, AI is pretty much like can do like a lot, but not in the sense of morality. Like, just how devastating AI can actually be in the wrong hands. People are seeing like the extreme shit, like, a cat fucking dancing in the middle of the fucking like living room. We all know that's not real. But what if it's like a video of somebody stealing or somebody having a nervous breakdown, meanwhile they were never even there, okay? Something, I don't know, whatever. That shit is scary, yo. That shit is scary. So it's think about it. But I would say I would encourage people, do your due diligence. Because motherfuckers is space swapping, all type of shit. Audio swapping, saying whatever the fuck they want to say. They out there. And it's not going to be just like, oh, one big story. It's going to be a lot of different stories because people are all over the world figuring out the ins and outs of how AI works and using it to their advantage. Maybe people have everything fucking stolen from them. Their whole fucking identity. Have fucking cars and all this type of shit in, in your name. Okay? All type of shit. Which is scary. It's fucking sad, y'all. It's sad. That's like, prime example. You work with people that are disabled, right? You work with people that are like that, and you use audio of a person that does have assistance, and all the little stuff that you do, they just try to add that to their shit and have an audio clip of like, so like say you do your income tax every single year, right? You get somebody that is disabled, gets disability check. If you're not hip to it, disabled people do not get income tax. They can't. They don't make enough. They do not make enough for it. They get money from the government. That's just like the keen on that one. And then they use a person uses the audio clip of, say this. I'm gonna give you a prompt, right? You just say this. Yeah, so I did my income tax and they were gonna get money back. And you looking at them like, that's not true. You don't even get income tax. You haven't done income tax ever. Like if you've never done income tax, all of a sudden now you did income tax, you like 48. You know how much money you're gonna get back? 48 years? Or how many years they can go back to? I'm not sure if they're gonna get full all 48. But shoot, that's a good like probably 4 or 5 years worth of income taxes. You know, nice chunk of thing. What? Now, people that know this system and how that sucker works, or have more, because I don't even have even all the education behind it. I don't like work in that field when it comes to income tax and how disability works. I don't know any of that. But if somebody's telling you that they've never done income tax before and all of a sudden now they did income tax. Now say they were gonna put an audio clip that is just like, and make it seem like you were the person that said it. Now people are thinking that you were disabled and that you just filed your taxes. And you're like, she did file her taxes. She bought mad shit with her money. Meanwhile, you were doing income tax from the time you was fucking 18. Shoot. From the age you're able to fucking file, it's the ages you fucking file. What if it's something that sinister? I'm talking about sinister plots. Okay? Trying to make a lie believable. Or audio clip of you know, of a person, or a video clip of a person just face swapping, right? Saying some wild shit. I'm talking about really, really like, girl, you can go to jail for just saying some shit like, what's wrong with you? Right? It can happen. It's bizarre. But these are bizarre examples. So this way you understand my drift. Because it can happen. People are posing as other people all the time. All the time. Scammers are out there. Something to think about. But, you know how we get fooled? Because we're blind. We think the person on the phone that's okay, I'll give you another example. Older lady has her retirement. She has it in stocks and retirement accounts or whatever. She has a broker that fucking handles it, right? Broker all of a sudden calls her. Matter of fact, scammer calls the broker, asks to speak to the broker, right? They get a voice of the broker, right? He's like, I tapped into their phone line, you know, or I tapped into the computer and I can see every time they do a Zoom. They get an audio clip of the broker. They see the name, everything. They randomly call this lady now on some, hey, this is Rob, and you know, we just wanted to check, we're gonna move your money because blah, you may lose like a whole bunch of money, so we're just gonna move like a large sum out. some crazy wild shit, right? This woman knows Rob for like fucking like 20, 30 years. she's gonna go like anyone else. Sure, Rob, even though it don't make no sense. Ain't nobody ever in her whole entire life called to say they're gonna move damn near 75, 85, 95% of her motherfucking money out of whatever to go someplace else. Never in history. But this man's saying something. You gotta move all of it, right? She trusts Rob because she knows Rob for how long? Years. People that understand the dynamics of bias and manipulation use that shit to their advantage. They will literally pose as the person. So of course that poor lady says yes to fucking Rob, and he robs her of everything. And now she's devastated. And when she calls her actual broker, oh, I spoke to Rob, and Rob is like, I haven't called you in 6 months. What are you talking about? I'm not losing my job. I ain't never spoke to you. And then you come to find out, oh my God, my computer's been compromised and da da da. And that guy now, whoever it was, fake Rob, done took all of her stuff. That could be anything. It could be opportunity too. I'm the person that invented this. Yeah, sure. Set up a meeting with me. You know how easy that can happen? Come on. Do your due diligence. These are examples. Fiction. Or not. Somewhere around the world, that shit is happening to somebody. That poor lady and poor Rob. Okay? It's happening somewhere. But that's the writing on the wall. And it's like some people can see the writing on the wall before everybody else sees it. And it's like, this shit is going to be devastating. This new technology is going to hurt a lot of people because of its capability. So, something to think about. But in order for you to counteract that, you kind of have to see past your own. Because not for nothing, Rob could be a nice guy from fucking Pensacola or some shit. I don't fucking know, right? What if you never met Rob, but you only seen Rob on the phone, over the phone. You only heard Rob over the phone, and then you do a Zoom, and Rob ends up being a black guy. Is that girl? Is that elderly lady gonna be like, you're not Rob? Or is she gonna be like, Rob, Pensacola, how you been? Right? What if Rob has a bunch of tattoos? What if Rob says, you're like on some real, you know? He could say, good afternoon, ma'am, how are you? Everything's going well, blah, blah, blah. Or he could say, you're duality. Something to think about. It's just been on my mind. Listening, not listening to Damn, but thinking about Damn. But it's really much like Damn. When I broke down the album of Damn in my head, I was just like, that should make you go, damn. No wonder that's the name of the album, because his thought process was just like, yo, this shit is deep. Damn, the fuck? You've been doing nothing but thinking. That's all you do is think. Because what the fuck? Some people are very creative. I wish my hair stayed like this when I went outside. Except for this right here. You're like, girl, retwist. You're right. Really wish it stayed like this. It would have been so cute. But also the lighting's very soft, so you probably can't see every single little hair. So it's just oh, you don't look so bad. I have ambient lighting right now. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, It's not a worry. My main concern is, are we going in the right direction as society? Are we thinking with due diligence? Are we thinking with discernment? Like, that's a major one. Because discernment is going to come with conviction sometimes. And you have to have enough humbleness to be able to put down your pride and say, I was wrong about how I was thinking about this. And to be able to go with the Holy Spirit and be like, okay, God, you telling me to do this, I'm going to do it. What ends up happening a lot of times that we would, we move. We don't move. We question. Why do you have a sign? Can I see it in HD? Can I see it in 4K? Is this God? That's a big one. Is that God? Is that the devil? Most of the time, I would say all the time, you must have faith. And faith is hope with things that's not seen. You just gotta hope that this shit is the right move. You need faith. That's how God moves. God will show you the end picture, but He does not show you every step all at once. He'll just give you that one step in front of you. And you have to have enough faith and enough confidence in your Father that step, you just need to do it. And whatever that looks like for you. Something to think about. But I've known there's many times where I have sat and questioned God, and sat and sat and sat, and then grace. I won't say and then grace. I had grace the whole entire time until that time period ran out. And I missed the boat. And somebody was able to take my work and claim it for their own. And it sucks being able to put so many hours, yo. Hours. So much thought process. UX case studies take a lot of work. Like, usually it takes a team, and you're doing, I'm talking about a complex case study, not on some like, oh, I'm just gonna put like, design like this little landing page and be like, yeah, they need a landing page and they change the color. No, I'm talking about like app development and all this other fucking shit. Like something like a heavy hitter, like big projects. That takes a lot of fucking work, yo. It takes a lot of fucking work. Doing a whole fucking podcast. That shit takes a lot of work, yo. A lot of uncomfortableness. Because I didn't want to do it. I was just like, I have a lisp. If you ever think about it, I have a lisp. There's some of my words that sound kind of like, it's like, what the fuck? Sometimes you don't hear yourself as you speak, but then you hear yourself recording. You're like, damn, I sound horrible. And somebody else, oh my God, you sound so great. No, I don't. No, I do not. I can hear every lisp and every and every, the mouth movements. Oh my God. Come on. My little $20 mic I got from Amazon long ago. It worked real good. He picked up the birds in the background. Oh, here was in the background. Okay. Some birds are long gone now. The poor things, they passed away a few years ago. 2 beautiful birds. They were like exotic birds. Funny enough, my son's father, he actually bought a bird that looks exactly like one of the birds that had died. I was like, it looks exactly like that bird. Yeah. So, be careful of being blind. it was a quote. It was a woman that said it, but then I heard it in 2019 church. And it was just like, it was a woman, and she was a blind woman. She was just like, it's not scary being blind, like physically blind. She was like, what's scary is being able to see and still be blind or something like that. And it's so fucking true. It is nefariously scary. It's like, that's just evilly scary. And you're like, you're nefarious to yourself. Like, astonishing, right? The bewilderment of it all. But it can happen, and it does happen. It happens to all of us. And then you have to sit and like reevaluate yourself and your own perception and your own biases. And that's hard to do because you have to face the fact that you're not fucking right. And I value education. I value it. Absolutely fucking love school and all that stuff. So it's like learning that process of actually being a student, of like, yo, you don't know every fucking thing. You're not a know-it-all. You don't know jack shit. And I think that's the sum of the whole Bible. It's getting you to realize that you don't know nothing. And once you get to the point where you can say, like, I don't know any fucking thing, it's the same equivalency to saying, I'm not perfect, I'm a sinner. Once you get to that of knowing that, yo, you're just as fucking like of an asshole, dirty, disgusting, just as much as that next guy, you are too. You may not be what you may see as disgusting, but your character, your pride is horrible. We all have something. We all have something. It's just realizing that what you have and like keeping it in check. And when you keep it in check, it's not you keeping it in check, it's you giving it to God. Like, please cleanse my heart, because like I don't know how to fucking do this shit. I don't know how to do life. Can you please just like, I run to God. I run to God daily, because purity is not something that it's like a magic wand, or purity is not something that you just like you have for the rest of your life. You have to literally work at it every single day. Your purity gets tested every single day. One day you may be fucking like Michael Jordan with it, okay? And then the next day you just like just throwing bricks. Like, because it's purity. It's not, it's like a muscle. Spiritual work is like a muscle. You just have to just keep working at it. I think that's the reason why I like the gym so much at one point, because I see myself grow. I see myself grow in ways that I never thought I was gonna be able to do. How you go from like 230 pounds to like 100, like fucking 70? That shit is crazy to me. At one point I thought I was always gonna be fat. I thought my body was never gonna fucking look the way it actually does. Let alone celibacy for like 8 years. Wow. God. Talk about, I literally was just like, God, I don't want to marry nobody except for you. I want to marry you, nigga. I don't want to marry nobody. I want to marry you. And it's so funny because it's just like every single time it was just like, oh my God, you're a wife. You're a wife. And the thing that sucks is that each time there was always a second guessing. Well, what if I can get better? This one looks a little better. I wasn't always stink. So it's not this, this one smells better. It wasn't always stink. it was she's smart, but she's at one point I wasn't as goofy and as out like outlandish as I am now in my home. I was very prudish, very prudish, like literally night and day of like my goofiness. When I'm outside, I'm actually way more reserved. I would say what the demure, right? Using it in its right context. But I spoke a lot like this, and probably a little bit even more restrained. I was stiff, very stiff. Like just did not know how to have fun. And that gets boring. People want to have fun, you know. People want to see all sides of you, and sometimes you don't even discover that side of yourself because you forgot it long ago. And everybody has to go through that of finding their little inner little girl, inner little boy. But I always had a knack of seeing the child in someone and trying to speak life into that child. I had an ex-boyfriend. He was like, we were here for 3 years. And he was just like, he's like, you're a wife. He ended up cheating on me horribly, and then ended up marrying her. Whatever. Kind of happy it didn't work out. Oh my God, I'm happy it didn't work out. But he told me that he had a dream one time, and he said it was him as a baby, because he had a really tough life. He had a tough life. I feel so bad for him. And at points, I still feel really bad for him. I hope he's doing well, even though he was a cheater and he was not so nice. I'm talking about cheating like he cheated all of Brooklyn, every single fucking Palisade views and some sex. Palisade views cannot compete with fucking Brooklyn. You can't compete. Can't. More money. Got the, Baywatch kind of it. Come on. Couldn't compete. And he said that he was a baby in a crib. And knowing his history of how, like, turbulent his childhood was. I'm talking about, like, molestation. Like, being molested and all that. He said that he said it was him, but then he looked and he was just like, it's you. Pretty practically, it was just like, I picked him up as a baby. And I was telling him that everything was going to be okay. Like, I just picked him up and was just like, it's going to be okay. And I'm saying, I'm rocking him to sleep and stuff like that. And he's like, he felt so at peace in the dream. It's just like, that's wild. What the fuck? I just haven't, I don't know why I do that. I just haven't, it's a curse and it's a blessing, I guess. But just speaking life. To be able to see somebody's potential is something that is, it's something that you wish that person could see within themselves. Man, it's funny how we can see everybody else's potentials but our own. Go figure. But I've seen him as more as what he's seen himself. And oddly enough, it came around the second time. Okay? The last boyfriend. Because after my ex-husband, I only had 2 boyfriends. Now I was done. I was just like, I'm good. I'm gonna go heal. He cheated also. Oh my God. He cheated with a girl that had 5 59 kids, okay? She had 5'11" kids. She had 2 twins. She had a whole bunch of kids. Okay. He had a nonprofit. And all of us had, like, helped that baby to walk. And I think one time, because his favorite pie was pecan pie. And at the time, I didn't know how to make pecan pie, but I bought a pecan pie. He was putting together an event. It was a back to school event. And I wrote a whole freaking card. Just telling him, like, I was proud of him and stuff like that. I got him the pie and I gave it to him. And he put it inside his book bag and he squished it. He didn't know what it was. But he was cheating during that time. And like as a woman, like you could sense it. It's just like something going on, nigga. Something going on. But it's also a blessing that did not work out each time. For the woman that you choose, oh my God, you put yourself susceptible. But he had called me later on that night. And he was just like, I got your present. He was just like, I just want to say thank you. Like, just thank me and he's sorry. And he's just like, I'm going to eat every single bite of that pie. And he did. He fucking did. It was crazy. I don't know why happened that. It's just one of those type of things. I would see somebody, have a conversation with somebody, and I would be like, you can do this. You can fucking do this. What are you doing? Get it. You got this. I don't know why I'm like that. I do it with my kid. Me and him are very, very close. Very close. I was just like, we're friends. He was like, no, we are close. You're my twin. That's what he tells me. You're my twin. Okay? There's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations for my son. I know it's going to happen because he has, like, my heart. He's super giving. He gives away his lunch food all the fucking time. Even when kids are just like, give me that, and he'll give it. And then he'll end up like, hey, do you want this? It's just like, I pack you lunch so you can eat it, Oliver. Okay? So I end up having to pack us a little bit more. I'm like, eat. Don't give away your food. Don't let them take your food. Be taking my baby snacks. Baby, as a mother, about to come to that school. Where they at? Not my baby. But my son also has to know that within himself. You gotta say it with your chest. And I've always told him, you be like, I can't. I'm like, say that with your chest that you can do it. I can do all things through Christ. All things through Christ. And I'm trying to teach him and give him the Bible the best way I can. I may not be a Bible scholar. Okay? I may not be able to quote the Bible word from word. But I understand the essence of it. And the teachings. I watch sermons and try to understand it for myself as well. I do need to read my Bible more. I'm lacking. But I take my walk with God very serious. Because life is very serious. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Just, am I going to be in a state of pensiveness, pensitivity? What are these words? Of a pensive state, I should say. In a pensive state. I probably am for a while, thinking and chewing on this. That's just my thought process. I do it quite a bit. I'll think of something and then it leads down a rabbit hole of other thoughts. And I'll chew on it and chew on it until I come to a conclusion. And then once I think it's an educated conclusion, prove the hypothesis, I guess. Then I move on to another subject, and rinse and repeat until I have gathered enough substance where I can actually have a somewhat fitting conversation with someone else that would like to talk about stuff like this, which most people kind of look at me like, no, bitch, we don't. So I kind of always be by myself. And be like, it's okay, we just talk about the weather. Did you see the Oscars yesterday? Okay. So he'd be like, girl, you talk too much. And he'd be like, I really wish I didn't talk too much, and I really wish I was able to just say the point. And they'd be like, okay, I understand what you said. Ay, ay, ay. My long drawn out hypotheses and theories. Whatever. Have a good one. Be well. Hopefully I don't look too foogly tonight. I don't know. I probably do. I don't know. We got the raccoon eyes. Nothing I can do about it. Except for drink as much water. And find something else that also is very hydrating as well. So I bought another coconut water. So hopefully that works out. I don't know. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. I am trying. Hopefully that does the trick. Hopefully it's not like a thyroid issue. Hopefully it's not like a gut issue, because these are like shots in the dark, honestly. It's not like it's on some, I know exactly what it is. I'm literally like, okay, let's go down the line. Could it be this? Can it be that? Maybe not. Could it be this? So I'm just hoping thyroid has nothing to do with the dehydration, even though it can be linked to dehydration, which is crazy. I could drink a shit ton of water. I could drink water. I could fast. Yeah, fast. Even though I don't want to. But God somehow is pushing me. You need to fast. I wonder why. Saving me some food, honey. So much good food in that deep freezer, honey. And I gotta fast. Okay? Anyway. Hopefully it's not gonna be too long, God. How many days, Chef? How many days? Okay? Oh, gosh. Anyway. Be well. For the morning comes. And even though it's the middle of the night, this flower is bloomed. Just sitting in the dark. And my ambient light. Okay? We're blooming. See my petals? Yeah. We're giving petals right now. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let me my dry humor, my dark humor. I was watching a video on YouTube talking about 10 signs of intelligence. I was just like, I ain't gonna hit none of them shits. Them shits is eerie fucking accurate. I'm just like, oh my God, the fuck? So I'm not just fucking crazily weird. Okay. It's just like you laugh at dark humor. You know how many times I laugh at myself? I laugh at my fucking situation. I laugh at fucking a lot. Because, you have to. You get to a point where it's just not for nothing, this shit is funny as fuck. If you've seen this shit in a video or a movie, it should be you can't help but laugh. Like, you have to get to a point in life where it's just like, this shit is funny. Right? It'd be like, you'll laugh about this later. Nigga, I'm laughing now. I'm laughing all the way. Because it's some of it is just so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Oh, my son's going, the allergies getting his butt. Poor baby. Good night, guys. I love you. I love you so much. You got this. Check your eyesight. Okay? I don't want you bumping into no fucking walls and shit. Okay? Check your walls. Check your eyes. I'm gonna make sure I check mine. You check yours. Buddy system. We got this.